Hey YouTube, it's Brooks, and before we even get started, I know what you're thinking. No, I did not leave Toyota. Still an employee of Toyota Motor North America, and these views are my own and do not reflect those of the company. But yes, this is mine and my wife's new 2023 Jeep Wrangler Sport S Unlimited in Sarge Green. So let's just go ahead and get the elephant out of the bag, right? Why did my wife and I buy a Wrangler? Well, as you all know, my wife drives my company lease car, the RAV4, which we love, and we've had just over a year now and driven 17,000 miles. And I have I'm lucky enough to get a demo with my job, being that I travel 2 or 3 weeks out of the month. So do not have a car of my own, and unfortunately with the lease car, not able to make many modifications to it, which is fine. But my wife and I are, I guess, more on the outdoorsy side. And we like to go biking, like to take our dog out into the mountains and go hiking, all that kind of stuff. So I was looking for a vehicle that, you know, I could throw a hitch on the back and put the bike rack out, or, you know, the bed of a truck or something like that. Just a little bit more practical vehicle to have around. I've always wanted a Tacoma or a Tundra, but then again, being that I travel so often, I couldn't quite get the idea of paying for something that was going to sit for 2 or 3 weeks a month out of my head. These vehicles are just a little bit bigger than my wife wants to drive, so that's where the Wrangler steps in. For us, this is a vehicle that checks off the box of more practical. I don't have a hitch on it quite yet, as you can see, but I'm going to put one on. It's also convertible, and you know, kind of checks off those boxes that we were looking for, and is pretty unique. If Toyota were to sell something in this category with a removable soft top, we would be all over it. So why did we go for the Sport S Sahara, or excuse me, Sport S Wrangler? We weren't really married to the Sport S trim level by any means. We were also cross-shopping a base Sport with manual windows and a Willys that was a Sport as well. But really we were looking for one that was a soft top. It wasn't worth it to us without getting the soft top, just because it is so easy to throw the top back over the top two rows, and then just a few more steps to take the top completely off. And hardtop is primarily what we found in inventory. As you may already know, the 24 models are hitting the dealer lots, and there are a lot of 23s left over. So found a very competitive price at a dealership near me in this Sarge Green, which we really liked. So this was a little bit higher trim than we were looking for, but it ended up being more price competitive with what the dealer was offering. So that was enticing enough for us to bite. You know, maybe down the road we'll do something more aggressive with the tires or something like that, but being that we just picked it up, it's gonna take a little while to getting over the sticker shock of having a payment. So we'll you know, cross that bridge once we get down the road a little bit. But enough of why. We'll go ahead and dive into this particular Wrangler. It is, like I said, Sarge Green. And of course, the doors and top all come off. It does have the black cloth interior. And the 4 doors were important as I could have saved a little bit more money by going with the 2-door, but it's just not quite as practical with the space that we get, you know, going to the lake and the mountains and all that kind of thing, especially with the dog and friends and family, that kind of thing. So no smart key, still you still have to hit the buttons to unlock, but you do have the manual flip out key there, as well as remote start, but it is a push button start, just no proximity sensor. Taking a look at the window sticker, I'm not going to pop the hood just because it's not the easiest thing to do while filming, but it is the 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder that averages roughly 22 miles to the gallon. The V6 was a little hard to find, and honestly, even toyed with the idea of the 4xe just for a little bit, because there are a lot of lease incentives on them at the moment here in June 2023. But the 4-cylinder works for us. Again, not doing a whole lot of heavy towing, not that you can with the Wrangler anyways, but it checks the boxes that we were looking for. Had it almost a week now, picked it up with a little over 100 miles, so put about 300 miles on it in this week or so. Come back to the driver's seat, we'll take a look around the exterior of the vehicle. Love the thud that makes. Don't love the running boards, those might come off at some point, but they're fine for now. especially if we were to upgrade to any meatier tread. But this does have the upgraded alloy wheels here, which are on Michelin tires, which Garrison Hall from Think Outside the Cube so kindly pointed out. 17-inch wheels there. One thing with the soft top is the trunk is not the easiest to access. You only have the half door here. If you do get the hard top, there's a flip up piece. I actually have not removed this panel, but this is of course removable, as are these side pieces there. But again, you know, you can access what you need to right here with the underfloor storage. I believe that might be a cooler. Not sure, I haven't tested it out or read the whole owner's manual, but you do have little slots for your door and roof and windshield bolts if you do remove them. 12-volt power outlet back here. Pardon the junk, but you do have the releases to slide that soft top all the way down. And then of course you've got the imprint of the JL, which this is, which came out in 2018, I believe. And got the mid-cycle refresh here for 24. Back seat, plenty of space. Again, just having the fourth door is, you know, more convenient and better for resale value. Pretty upright, which is fine. Again, not using this for long-term road trip use. That's why we've got the RAV4. But it does fold nice and flat pretty easily here. So it's a pretty practical vehicle if we were to throw, you know, some large items in the back. And of course, you got your HVAC, window controls, and cup holders there with some little net storage. Again, under the hood is the 2-liter 4-cylinder, which is fine. Maybe would have preferred to have the Pentastar if I had my choice, but I'm not gonna be overly picky. Don't love the halogen headlights, but didn't really want to spend the extra money to move up to the LEDs. So maybe we'll look at that down the road. You do have CarPlay. This is the base Uconnect system here with the smaller screen, which again is fine for what we need. I don't mind it and gets the job done. I think the speaker setup is fine for what it is, especially with the top down. In fact, today's the first day I've driven it with the top closed because of how hazy it is. But typically we just have to leave the top open and leave the car in the garage, which works great for us. Do have just single zone manual climate control, but you do have heated seats and a heated steering wheel, which I found surprising. And then you have inputs for that CarPlay and then your power window controls. 8-speed automatic transmission with your backup camera. And of course your 4-wheel drive control off to the left here. Parking brake, and then you actually do have a nice key storage spot. And then a dual tier glove box there. Our center console and your glove box over here is lockable, as is this. The material quality at first seems great. I mean, it's obviously utilitarian, being that it is a Jeep and meant to get, you know, dirty. But honestly, this is what we were looking for, and we're happy so far, so look forward to updating you guys as we go down the road. Did not pay sticker price for that, for the car, don't be concerned. You know, obviously it's a FCA product, and or excuse me, Stellantis product, and they have always been one to wheel and deal and have a lot of inventory and are doing so again. So again, we've only had this for a week. Look forward to updating you guys as we go through the years with the vehicle. But no, not left Toyota, still my love, still my first priority. Just this fit my wife and I in our unique situation at the moment. So for now, this will be our extra vehicle. Thanks for watching, and drop any questions you might have down below.